go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Well, I know one thing. In baseball, you want to have your closer, right, to finish off games. How about finishing off a season? Last week, Week 16, he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week as he looks forward to this one here to close out the year.
And, of course, he'll have the playoffs to look forward to. Already clinched a berth there, but indeed a great Week 16. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Well, here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Carson. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Kill. Clear. Hey, turn it out. 36.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 19 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Samson Abuka has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And Woods has it complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Hands up. All day. All day. Hands up.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Now he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Dalton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. The starters defensively now for the Seahawks. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and he's got daylight. He's at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is for the moment. The 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
I hear the excitement in your voice about this.
Or nervousness, both ways.
Either way, but you know, I've never met a player who didn't go into a game with a little bit of nervousness and played well and didn't play well. Because, look, if you go in without that edge, and to this game has an edge to it, doesn't it? Then you're really not going to perform that well.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Out Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Andy Dalton. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This will be taken short. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
12.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on 2nd down, Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Dalton. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To try again after the sack, Dalton. He gets it to Cooks. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Kyler Murray, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Dante Pettis, a touchdown catch in the victory. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys are on the road to Blowout City. They lead it big. As we send you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton looking sideline, incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. Third down here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Dalton. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here we go.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now this throw caught left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Come on.
On 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
12 yards there and a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw here, Dalton. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing, Dalton. And that is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
33.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's caught by Jennings. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier, intended for DK Metcalf.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. Jennings. And he's going to let it go deep. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dalton. That's taken in by Henderson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
51 for Mike.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Passing, it's Dalton. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You can't block me.
So Dalton now. And Woods has it, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go. Mike,
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This will be Dalton again. And his pass incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Henderson, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, that's complete to the tight end, Everett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Throwing is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Flush to his right. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was cut. Quickly, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
54 Mike.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And Dalton to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Andy Dalton. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dalton. And that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. To throw here, Dalton. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Dalton now to pass. Right side complete. That's Woods. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, and that's complete to Cooks. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Bailey got the extra point. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. Sony Michel, 2 touchdowns on the ground to help lead the way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to let it go deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Seahawks, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for L.A., this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.